I wrote Jamb twice, one in 2022 and one in 2023, and I ended up not using either. I'm going to be telling you how I went from 200 plus in Jamb to 300 plus in Jamb. A lot of people have been requesting for this video because I did a story time, and they've been asking me to do a Jamb video or things that I did, like steps, improvements, anything that I did that helped me to get above 300 in Jamb. So this video is going to be all about that. Hi again, my name is Ore and I'm a 300 level medical student, and welcome to my channel. So firstly, what is Jamb? Jamb UTME is an exam taken by people in order to get admission into the university. Obviously, you know that if you're writing Jamb. Note that Jamb is not the only way to get admission. You can also get admission through A-levels, but I wrote Jamb twice and I also wrote A-levels. Now the reason why I wrote Jamb the second time was because my Jamb score was way too low to get medicine, and you know the way medicine is in Nigeria, medicine is very competitive, so you need a really good score to like gain admission. Now the Jamb materials I use, before I go into the Jamb materials I use, I want to take notes. I just want to put it out there that there are different methods of studying and there are different approaches to studying for Jamb, and this is my personal method. These are just my personal study tips and everything that helped me pass my Jamb the second time. So firstly, for study materials, the first time I was writing Jamb, I'm going to be doing the first time versus the second time. The first time I was using Jamb, I used more of textbooks than past questions. I was aiming at completing textbooks rather than completing past questions. Why I thought that completing textbooks was better, because I thought that if you can cover up the old textbook, there's nothing you will not be able to answer, which is wrong. You can cover up the old textbook and not still be able to answer questions. I'll explain why. The second year I wrote Jamb, I did more of past questions and less of textbook. In fact, I did not cover up 20% of the material of the textbooks, but I did more of past questions. And now I'm going to tell you the difference between 2022 and 2023, because you can actually also do past questions and not do very well. It depends on the approach. Now the first year, the mistakes I made in the first year of me writing Jamb was I was only focused on textbooks. Yes, using textbooks is good, studying textbooks is good. You also have to remember that past questions serve as your guide, and when you use past questions, you know how questions are being set. Now for example, someone that reads textbook and use past question alongside is more likely to pass and excel. Now, how to use past questions effectively. The second time I wrote Jamb, I used past questions very effectively. I was not just doing past questions that, oh, I'll do 50 questions a day, I'll get 30 something, the next day I'll do 25, and then I'll just be praying I get a good mark. No, this was what I actually did. The second time I was doing past question, anytime I did past question, you know the way Jamb is either 40 or 50 questions. I circle the numbers I got wrong. Let's say number one that I got wrong. I'm using biology as an instance. Number one I got wrong, and the question came out from supporting plants in tissue. I know how to revisit supporting plants in tissue. Let's say I circle all the questions I got wrong, then I will not put them under categories. How many questions under plants did I get wrong? How many questions under animals did I get wrong? How many questions under circulatory system did I get wrong? Do you get? So I'll now know the amount of questions I'm getting wrong. Now let's say I didn't get 5 questions under plants. I'll know that, oh, I have to read plants. It means I do not know plants. Now let's say another question like I need an example. Let's say fruits. I'm getting all the questions under fruits. I will see no reason why I should go and be reading fruits and wasting my time reading fruits when I'm already getting the questions under fruits in past questions. Do you understand? I'm just using biology as an example. So the things you should be focusing on in your textbooks are the things you're not getting correct in past question. So basically, when you do past question first, you refer back to your textbooks. You know, oh, these are the questions I'm getting wrong. These are the questions I should revise. And that's the step I kept on using, and my score kept on increasing up until the Jamb days. Another thing that can also help you in doing past questions, or while you're doing past question, is to start from 2015 or start from 2010. The reason why I'm saying that you start from 2010 or 2015 is the fact that from 2015 upwards, the questions are not actually Jamb questions. They are just formulated questions by lecturers. So in order for you to get the real Jamb experience, I advise that you do from 25 to 2015 thereabouts. Honestly, those are the questions I did, and I was good to go, because when I was doing my Jamb at first, I did not know which years to do, because I was just like, oh, let me just start from the latest year of the year I'm doing, and I was in 2022, 2021. I'm not saying those years are bad, you can do it, but focus on older years, because those are the questions you most likely see in Jamb. Remember, Jamb for everyone is different, so anything like Expo, anything like any of the sorts, just know that it's fake. There's nothing like that for Jamb. Another important thing you should know about Jamb is that you need to know how to manage your time. You need to learn time management. Now, it's one thing to be able to answer the JAMB questions, and it's one thing to actually be able to answer them on time. You only have about 2 hours to answer questions in English, biology, physics, chemistry. That's if you're a science student. Depending on which department you're in, you're going to have 4 courses that you're supposed to answer questions on. Now, doing past question is great. At the early stages, you should be doing past questions and be referring, like, hard copy past questions, not the CBT one, just to like make sure you're familiar with it and like you know how to answer questions correctly, because that is more important. Then you now work on your speed. Now, a good way to work on your speed is by using all these Jamb apps and materials that it will be on your system. You pay for it. I think myschool.com, you just pay for it. I feel like it's like 2k, so you pay for it, and then you can take this Jamb mock test at CBT. The one I paid for, they did like a CBT or mock something every Saturday, so I made sure I took the mock exams, and it actually helped me. The first time I did it, I think I got like 243 in the mock exam, and I kept doing it to the extent that I was getting above 300 in the mock exams that I was doing on my own in my room. The thing is, when you keep doing this thing and you get familiar with it, imagine someone that keeps doing this past question, doing it. The first time she does it, she get like 200, she's discouraged. She does it again 250, she does it again 300, she does it again 350. There's no way you're going to write the actual Jamb that you will not get above 300. You might not get as high as 370 or 380, but the more you keep doing it, the more probability you are to get above 300. The first year when I was doing Jamb, I didn't really use all the CBT app. In fact, I used it once or twice, and when I used it and I was getting something like 200 or something, I just got discouraged that maybe the answers are wrong. The thing is, yes, the answers are wrong sometimes, like some answers will be wrong, but still focus on getting above 300 on those CBT apps, even though the answers are wrong. You get the important thing. I don't know about textbooks. The thing is, honestly, whatever textbook they recommend in your school, I feel like that should be sufficient enough. For biology, I think I use Essential Biology, just the normal biology textbooks, Ododo, Eme, or I'll try to get a summary of the materials I use for Jamb. But basically, the two most important things I just want you guys to know about Jamb is answering past questions and answering it correctly, and then being able to work on your time management. Honestly, if you can do that, you're good to go. Another tip I would advise is that you focus on your science subjects, or you focus on your main courses, and don't try to focus too much on English, because the thing about English is that you can actually put a lot of effort in English and it does not actually show. The first time I wrote Jamb, I literally learned all the words in the novel they gave us to read, Life Changer, in case they use similar words in meaning, all the stuff and stuff like that. I wanted to learn all the words in the dictionary and everything, all the past questions. Yes, you can do past questions for English, but the thing about English past questions is they don't really repeat it. So the thing that you can only focus on are your main courses. Those ones, they repeat it, even if it's not exactly the same thing. It should just be like they change the figures and words. But the moment you can answer a question correctly, that is the most important thing. Not the fact that you can answer it just because you know the answer is B, but the fact you can answer it and you know that, yes, I know the answer is B, and I know the reason why the answer is B, and I've seen it in textbook, I've referred to my textbooks, and I know that this is the reason why the answer is B. Because if you decide to deceive yourself when you are studying, there's nobody to deceive in the exam hall. Because when you're doing it in the exam hall, they can change the options, they can change it a little bit just to confuse you. But if you know why every answer is this, you'll be able to answer the questions so correctly, and you'll be so fine. So those are honestly the things that helped me to do very well in my Jamb. If I think of more along the way, I'll let you guys know about it. I'm also planning to do a live on my TikTok account, Alright with the Clover. I'm planning to do a live for Jamb students. I'm not sure when I should do it, but if you guys comment if I should do it this March or I should do it April, I feel like I should do it before this March ends. So like, I don't know if it's possible to make polls on YouTube, but try as much as possible and communicate the date to you guys so you guys can be able to join the live. If you have any other questions concerning Jamb, I'll be able to tell you. If you have any other questions about study tips, feeling discouraged, things that you can use to motivate yourself, I'll be happy to answer that question, happy to make videos about it. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video about this because this is an highly requested video, and I pray you guys pass your Jamb. I know you guys are going to ace your Jamb. Just remember that consistency is key, God is key. Pray, just do the necessary thing and put your faith in God. Like, God will answer your prayers, trust me. Just remember to put in the hard work. You cannot put seeds in your hand and expect it to grow. You have to pray on the seeds and put it also in the soil. So that's basically what you're doing for Jamb. Make sure you study, you prepare, because prayer without work is not going to happen, and work without God is not going to happen either. So put everything hand in hand, and God bless everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Bye. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe.